What is up, YouTube? We're back with another video. I did not sell the silage, so first thing we're gonna do is sell the silage. And we'll see how much we get. Well, we made some money off of it, at least 100,000 it looks like. Looks like we're almost to 200. Let's see if we can get to 3. It's possible. 300,000 would be pretty great. Okay, almost 400. 230. I thought it was... I forgot what the number was when we started, so... that isn't even all of it. So we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna... Okay, so we're gonna make some modifications to... I think the first thing I want to do is I want to get us a money generator. We're not doing any of the like free ones, of course, but okay, I think we're gonna get... we're gonna get one of these. We're gonna like place it in a good spot. Also, because of I figured out how to make our trees go faster. So now we're dividing our days. So I don't know when that's going to start per se, but I've made it to where our time is going to go faster now. And I'm doing 10 days a month. So, and yeah, so, and then we're going to go ahead and we're down to 600,000. And I'm hoping that windmill will generate enough to, at least selling it though, we'll at least get half of it back. And then we're going to go ahead and just quickly mulch this field. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut away. Because just planting this though, like once I'm done mulching this field, I'm going to cut so we can pick back up. We just want the trees to grow faster, because I found out that like it's potentially going to take like 10 in-game years for it to fully grow, and I don't know how much we're going to get for it. So I'm like, for 10 years that better be like buku level bucks. But so we're doing this instead. But once we're done with it, it'll be worth it, I'm sure. But they already look like they could be profitable, but we're gonna make sure. So I just wish I could see what growth stage they were at, but and then like I said, once I'm done mulching this, I'm gonna like see like I could mulch and plow, but I found out it doesn't get the whole mulch effect. Like it'll say some parts are mulched and some parts aren't. So one of the other things we're doing in this particular video set that we're probably not going to normally do is so even if I lime the fields when if I lime them all in the same like month, like it's still gonna like throw off like some of them are on a like one more lime, some of them are in like two more. So I think I'm just gonna wait till they all need lime. So that way they're all in the same cycle of the process. So, but I hope the investment of the windmill is worth it. The hard thing with money gen sometimes is sometimes they work really well and sometimes they don't. So, but okay, so now okay, so we're gonna go and get this little chunk and then I'm gonna have the AI take over and alright guys, we're back. Now we're going to work on our next field. We're slowly making our way through it. It's just taking a minute. And then, so we have, this is pretty much our last field for corn. And then we're just waiting on onion to be done. So I have the AI working on those. And then we have the AI coming into roll because I don't like doing rolling myself. And then that will be done. Probably gonna need to move these beehives, but I have a potential expansion idea for the end of this harvest, so we'll see where that goes and if I end up doing that. So, but you know, we're doing really well so far. We did end up spending like 200 just so we could get an extra roller, um, which will be good because then we'll be able to roll all the fields faster. Um, just takes a while with only having one, so that's why we've expanded. Really excited though because the Broncos play Jacksonville this week. That should be a good game. The Rams lost a close one to the Seahawks, which kind of is disappointing because I kind of root for the Rams. I have like two NFC teams. I root for the Rams and the Lions. Been rooting for the Rams as like my NFC team since 2018. So it always kind of sucks to see them sometimes not do very well, I guess. But still, anyway. And then I've always kind of liked the Lions and the whole underdog thing they've had going on. So and I like Jared Goff. It's not Jared Goff, it's Goff. But um, I don't know. Ever since they were really respectful with how the Broncos and handled the whole DT passing away thing. So I've always been really a big fan of that since. So um, yeah, but once we're done with this, we're gonna pretty much. I will say the whole sleeping 10 times for 1 month is kind of inconvenient, but then we'll be able to get more wood chips ASAP. So, but yeah. Anyway, we're doing pretty good. I always kind of like having the lights on because it kind of helps sometimes see if I miss spots or whatever. So, but trying to think of any other big matchups this week. I mean, like I heard it's a good week of football, but like I said, I've mainly been watching the Broncos do very well. So it's cool though that we're the first team on the one side to pretty much have a playoff spot like guaranteed. So um, that's a plus anyway. Okay, I think I missed just barely that quarter, so we're gonna. And then and I'll probably do a WWE video. I'll probably record it tonight so it can be up tomorrow. Um, we're gonna have Hank Hill return, and yeah. So I don't know what else I have planned for the WWE videos. Anyway, I know those are pretty well liked anyway. So I am starting to play Minecraft again more. So I don't know if I'm like wanting to commit to a full like YouTube series one yet, like because I have like a realm that I play on. So I don't know if I want to do that yet, like have a separate YouTube world. But I don't know. Just decisions. I know I had a world that I pretty much only played on TikTok, so it's not something like I'm against doing. It's just it's kind of that setup of like um, once you're kind of done with those goals, it gets kind of like if I were to only beat the Ender Dragon, plus like I don't know, that's one of those ones where I feel like I wouldn't be able to like do a lot of off-camera stuff. So I don't know, like something I'm thinking about, but it probably would be like once a week type of thing. So that way it's not like, but I don't know. Okay, I think we missed like one. Okay, we missed one little corner up at the top, so we'll go get that, and then I'll get the rollers, and then we'll probably cut away again till we start wheat harvesting again. So, I mean, pretty big video size area, I should say. Like, okay, well, Alright, so I'm gonna go grab the roller and then I'm gonna have the bot start working. Wow. So, and then I'm gonna cut away again because, like I said, I don't want to do the rolling and don't necessarily want to like have waste up like parts where I'm talking with that type of stuff. So I know we have one over here. Doesn't seem like it's over here now, but so we're just tracking down our roller real quick, and then it is nice to see all our trees growing. I hope they get bigger over time so we can, essentially make a bunch of money. So, but there's our onions. Okay, so it's starting to seem like we might have to look on the. Okay, I know where it is now. I think. I think being the keyword. I'm just saying though, when we do get cows, it's not going to be this field. We'll probably buy this and put our cow barn there, but after we roll this. Anyway, um, is it on the? You've got to be kidding me, Okay. No, now I see the roller. Okay. Not that it's going to be good at this point, but. Alrighty, guys, I'm going to cut away again. See you in a minute. Alright, guys, I'm back again. We're harvesting the wheat now. Um, we've made like 200,000 so far off of the windmill. So that's pretty good gains. And now we're just trying to harvest all that we can from the. We're doing the straw swath, and we're going to be, of course, getting those into bales, and then we're going to. If we reach the bale limit, I'm gonna have to sell some, but we're gonna bale all the fields here, just so that way we can get all that profit. And I know I'm missing some quarters. I'm gonna come back and get those in a second, but yeah, we're doing pretty good with the wheat harvesting. The 10 days helps in a way, so I can have the speed at a higher thing. Like, I don't exactly love the whole harvesting, not harvesting, the I don't know why I say that. I don't love the gaps in the day. Like gaps in the day. I'm trying to think of the best word. I don't like the loading screen thing where it's like 30-second loading screens, but I mean, it helps the trees grow up faster, which it seems to be because the trees I planted last year have already started to sprout. So at least there's that. And since we're done with this one, we're going to go over here, get this little straggle, and then since I think we're still good on time on this clip, we're going to fold header, and we're going to detach, and we're going to get our other fields over yonder. So, okay, come on. You know, something sad happened in the NASCAR world yesterday. Greg Biffle passed away. He was a really good NASCAR driver. He wasn't ever like a favorite of mine, but he was a really talented racer. So that's really sad, and I feel bad for his family and all of the people who knew him. But I just wanted to shout out Greg. If you've listened to the first episode of my podcast, uh, we talk about NASCAR in our podcast a lot. So I'll probably like highlight Greg a little bit in next week's podcast. But we're gonna have so much grain though, it's not even gonna be funny. But see what I mean with the trees? Now that we are doing it 10 days, it's allowing the grain to grow faster than it probably would have otherwise. And then come on, fold header. Then once it's ready, we'll lower and turn on. And now we're gonna get all the grain over here too. But you know, I do think we're doing pretty well, all things considered. I think aside from actually like buying some of the equipment that we've been on and off leasing, like the onion harvester and stuff like that, otherwise, like I think we're pretty much good to just like coast with finances for a little bit. So I'm pretty happy about that. I think I need to soften over here because every time, oh, it's because of the the texture of that. I didn't fully get everything last harvest, so because this was a potato field and we ended up just mulching it and planting above it. So, but we're gonna have like at least 100,000 more liters of wheat by the end of this, and I'm hoping with that we'll be able to do more with our flour business. Because for now, unfortunately, once the flour kind of gets, once we put the flour in the, like once we put the flour into the machine, once we put the wheat into the flour shop thing, production point, sorry, that's the word. Once we put it in there the first time, like that's the only time we do because we want to make sure we have enough for our animals. So I need to go back to doing that. Um, I will say the two big financial saviors right now is we're auto selling our eggs. So the eggs are coming in clutch right now, and um so is the windmill farming. In fact, I think we're doing so well with it that we're probably going to put another windmill and just a couple other finance things to bring us in money. 'Cause obviously, like we want our main, um, we would like our main financial bring-ins to be the crops, but it still helps us to, think of some other ways to bring in money. And like the more of those we buy and like do stuff like that, the more our passive income will be, which is always a plus in my opinion. So I'm not going to complain about it. Of course, I miss just barely the little tail end of the. Um, but yeah, we're gonna have so much wheat by the end of this, though. Like we've already hit 400,000, and we have this and one other field to plow. So, or not plow, to harvest. So like I said, we're doing really well. Um, I think this will make things easier. Um, so that way we can. I think I'm gonna try to divide it in half because I don't see us using over 200,000 on the chickens. So then we could like yeah, I just don't see us using that. So we're probably just gonna like we still have a little bit of wheat left over from our last harvest. So what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna use that as our reserves. So that way we still have wheat left over at all times. But then we have like a couple fields where we're just going to get it ourselves, like get that extra money in. And I think I see a wheat field that isn't ours, so that's nearby. So I might get that as well, just so we can again have that extra money to come into. And but we're doing really better than I had hoped to do. Like first off, like I'm really proud of being able to like continuously play this because I do get burnt out sometimes playing the same thing a lot, but I haven't really had the burnout from farming sim, which is really good because I love farming sim. So, but yeah, so we're at 450,000 liters right now. Is that wheat over there? It is not. So the last wheat field is ours. Okay. And then we're gonna go through here. Yeah, I know I don't have access to this land. I'm trying to get around so I can go to my field. See, but I thought this gold over here, this like golden looking field, would be ours, but I guess not. So, and then we're gonna go ahead and get this one. Um, I'm really excited because the Avengers trailer is supposed to come out. Like the first teaser or something's supposed to come out, and even though I don't think it's I don't exactly love that it's not going to be, um, I'm not going to be able to see it. Um, and there's some things I kind of question about it, like why we're kind of disregarding Sam Wilson as Captain America. I think I'm so excited. The one thing that sucks about it is there's like a bunch of fake AI trailers that are going around, and there's so many ones, and they just like expect you to be like, "Oh yeah, that's legit." Like I saw one where it's like the one I saw was like had Alien in it and Sigourney Weaver. I think I said her name right. The Ripley from Alien, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, just doesn't make sense. So, but I can tell you we are for sure going to have a lot of bales. We are probably going to be selling over half of our bales today. It's the lowest price for them, but I don't have a bale storage yet. I guess that is something. The hard thing is like we have money coming in, but I'm hoping to be able to make a big push to either A, buy another uh solar, not solar, wind farm thing. Just forgot the name. Um, Let me see what it's called. Wind turbine. So like we're doing really well with the first one. Like it's like 3 to 4 thousand every day. So it's still pretty significant. So um but there we are. We're at 500,000. So I think that mixed with our the rest of our already existing wheat, we're going to be very well off on this one. So yeah. Okay, so we do have a tractor over here. We are also getting a lot of honey over here, which is great news. But let's see how we are down to like 100,000 with this. So I think I'll just use the rest on the chickens now, and then we'll go from there. Because we're like probably going to be just a bit short for being able to do all three. Yeah, so it's 40 there, and then we're gonna have like 20,000 left over to put into the first chicken coop. So I forgot I did forget that there were chickens actively in this one. They were just baby chickens, so they ran out last week. So okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get this last. Actually, no, we're gonna go ahead and refill our trailer first off, and then okay. And here comes the train. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and fill up the last of our chicken coops, and then we'll be good to go ahead and, I believe this will probably be the end of the video, actually, because I think we'll be at like 30 minutes, I believe. So yeah, this is probably, once I'm done putting the wheat into our flour production, this will probably be where our video ends. So I wanted to thank you guys for watching, and I am trying to hopefully upload this tonight. So I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll probably show like a video of what I end up doing with the bales. So alright guys, I'll see you then. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next video.